Today on Commonly Good MTG, we are playing a RAKDOS Beatdown deck. At least that's what it's called. And it's just filled up with a bunch of great black and red cards in a combination that's not terribly off the norm, but still putting Reckless Stormseeker and Bonehoard Dracosaur in the same deck together. Insanity. No, actually, they work very well together. It was two great tastes that work great together, like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. All right, so if you are interested to see how well this works out, stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host. Watch me next week on Dreamhouse Makeover as the crew helps me to remake over my secret underground headquarters. Dr. Yukon SuckIt! Yes, thank you. Filmed for a live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon SuckIt! Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters. And today I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub. This one's called RAKDOS Haste Flyer Beatdown V2 by Tommi. There you go. RAKDOS Haste Flyer Beatdown V2. So I just called it RAKDOS Beatdown because that fit better up top where you can actually sort of read it and everything there. He put in like everything. Haste Flyer Beatdown V2. All right, so what are we taking a look at today? Well, it's just a RAKDOS deck. It's got all the RAKDOS cards in them. And I just thought it was interesting because Reckless Stormseeker was in it. Reckless Stormseeker comes from, Werewolf set, which came out like 2.5 years ago. I can tell you, if you were to get any card from Werewolf set, it would be Reckless Stormseeker. The only other thing I did is that originally Tommi had 4 cut downs in here. And I am not a cut down guy anymore. I think that they're gigantic turds. There's so many cards that are above the 5 threshold, it just isn't worth playing. I replaced them with lightning strikes. Lightning strikes are great because, you could kill, all those cut downs will pretty much do the same thing. The thing about this is that you could also go for people's faces. And for 4 mana, you can do 6 points of damage. That pretty much finishes the game a lot of the times. The other option is you go for Virtue of Persistence. I think that's a good replacement for cut down. Just because it does -3, you get 2 life, and you could use it as a 7 card or as a 7 mana, get everything back from, get creatures back from any graveyard and put them back into play. I think that'd do very well here. If you guys start getting killed, you just start bringing them back from the graveyard. That's a great late game move. So maybe 2 lightning strikes and 2 virtues of persistence. Well, anyways, in this one, I'm just doing 4 lightning strikes. And there we go. All right, so that's it. Take a look at the cards here. We'll talk about it a little bit once we get done with our matches. Let's go out and do some damage. Before we do, let's make sure we say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxrill, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. All right, we're playing against Wizardy. More of a description than a name. 2. I'm not a fan of that. All right, keep. What's this thing? A werewolf? Oh, a human. We can put humans out. That'll be fine. All right, the question is, should I go after her with the bat? Just to pin down his hand a little bit, see what we got going on. Let's do that. Biggest jerk here is Voldrin Thrillseeker, as in my favorite. I could shoot the missionary, or the monastery, Swift Sphere, with Lightning Strike if I want to. He doesn't seem to have any instants of sorceries up there. What is this thing anyway? Double strike till the end of turn. A sorcery? No, that's an instant. I'm down to 6. That was fun. All right. Do I have anything for 1? No, I don't. Let's just shoot that guy in the head. Take another point of damage. Gain a little bit of life back with that life link that the bat provides. All right, we can start putting out Archfiend of the Dross on the next turn. That'd be cool. This guy doesn't seem to have any sort of super creature kill at the moment. 2 of them is going to be devastating. So you don't want to go for the life gain because I can't block the 5 if I don't keep one guy behind. Let's just go in for the 6. Give him his Thrill Seeker back. We just kill him next turn. We just got to make it through this turn. That's all. I think we got it. I don't think there's anything to do. That's not great. We are going to have to block. That is our only choice. We'll get a bit of life out of it. All right, I think we can win right here. And we do. In your face, Charlie Brown. In your face. All right, we're playing against TimeWarp. TimeWarp. Three. All right. That was... What do I got? That was not what the card I was looking to play. Let's just put out Phyrexian. How about that? We'll make it work. Let's look at his hand. Do a little surgery. Get lost. All right, so go for the throat. It's not going to help me out at all. Let's see. That guy can become a 3, which isn't going to help out at all either. Let's put this out. You guys got reach. We'll cancel it. No attacks. Millennium Clock. Obviously, he's going to have Obi-Wan in there somewhere. I can't... This thing is a giant turd right now. I'm really going to give that up. All right, cool. Good for you, man. Let's see. What can I do with that little guy there? Let's take this guy out. All in. Don't care, man. You can block 2 guys. You should go for it. That's one guy dead. Let's kill the other one while we have the opportunity. Down to 11. It's got one card. I gotta keep Deep-Cavern Bat safe. It's got another one. Cool. Let's do it. Well, let's just wait. I guess you could have sent in 2 Archfiends. That would have been way cooler. I'm a giant loser for not figuring that one out. Giant loser. All right, so the question is he about to pee his own pants? Or does he have a solution? There we go. Potty pants time. Victory! All right, we're playing again. SkyBolt. All right, looks like we're going hand hating. Ooh, it's Wiggly Frog. He's such a delightful little man. You just gonna kill the bat? Still gotta see what's in your hand. Target non-battle, kill, kill, kill. So he's just got turn stuff from the graveyard. Well, what do you got there, my friend? And he's just gonna go that way. All right, good for him. I got another one. I just got to clear out that crap out of his hand is the problem. Good. I'll save that. It's fine. You have any permanents? You got that guy, huh? That's the suck. Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna come at me, brah? There we go. In your face, Davy Jones. Alright, playing against rafzic. Well, backwards, it's Sizfar. I got no black. That's not really necessarily the greatest thing in the world. What's this guy trying to play? A little Blackcleaves. All right, there we go. Bloodtithe Harvester. Hey, Chomper. Good to see you. Chomp! That's what chomping looks like, Chomper. Yeah, in your face. Don't be crying for him. Alright, question. What's he going to pan out? Reckless Stormseeker? Probably. It's not much choice. It's only 2 cards, essentially. Next! Right there. Alright, down to 11. This guy costs 5, that guy costs 5, and we've only got 3 mana. We can get him to a sweet spot of 6. We can try shooting people in the face. See what he does. You want to jump inside in front of the Bloodtither. There we go. Let's just give this guy a shot. No. Let's just be cool. Everything's cool. Wait till his turn. We can shoot him on his turn and then shoot him on my turn. And then everything will be fine and happy. No life gain. That looks like life gain to me. Still, he can only gain 2. Right there, there's a shot to the face. And we win. You can suck it, suckerfish. Victory. We're playing against Luau Bob. Keep. Nothing for 1. Alright, let's just try this one. See if we get ourselves a red that does not going to cost us some blood. That is not going to happen, apparently. Alright, we need to pick up another land on our next turn. I would really like that. Alright, very nice. Don't be a jerk. Just a slight amount of damage. Just a little tiny bit. Just a bit. You gonna block? You gave it up my eyeglasses McGee there. Alright, who's he going after? Reckless Stormseeker again? Oh, I'm sorry, that was the last game that they did the same thing to me. So you're going to have somebody coming right down your throat here in just a second. That's perfectly fine. Alright, down to 11. We have the ability to kill somebody. I'm going to put him out. Just make sure he's not an artifact creature. Let's go see what our bat can do. Blue players don't like the bats. I know Malcolm. All right, all in. Let's go. There you go. You killed the guy. As we turn back into a dude during the daytime. Last time we checked, you had 2 lands. And we win. And we win. Boom, boom, goes the room. Alright, we're playing against Mr. E. Fox. E stands for Elmer. Deep. We played out slow because we had nothing to do in turn 1. Turn 2 gets us into a vampire. What's this guy playing? Red? Alright, number 2, Tenacious Underdog. 3-2 and a 3-2. We're growing our way towards our Bonehoard pretty quickly. That's good. We got 2 more turns, but we can definitely get it out. We got the land for it. Like, what is this guy doing with mono red? And he's not getting any creatures out. All right, he's down to 11. You gonna burn down the house? You gotta wait to get to 5 for that, and that's 4. Oh, because the double up on that. Yeah, there we go. You're gonna wipe out the rest, my guys. Oh, good for you. All right, you can take that guy out now. He's searching. Get your other one right there. There you go. Oof. All right, I'm going to shoot this guy in the face. Possibly. You have no mana, dude. You want to lose your one and only source of doing damage? Alright, is this guy going to burn me again? I'm down to 1. He's got 1 card. Ah, that's what I just won. And we win. Tip-tapped in. Taught him right on the face. Won the game. Victory! Alright, so we are with what is called RAKDOS Beatdown. And it was, you know, a great deck. It was a really good deck. Let's see. I ended up with the 73% win rate on this deck. That's a really great number. Yeah. I mean, the only thing I could say about this deck is it just felt a little boring just because we're playing with a bunch of good Rakdos cards in a very Rakdos-y way. The thing is we played with a bunch. It's like this isn't what is being played with right now. It's weird, though. It's a slightly weird combination. I guess the big one that got me here was Reckless Stormseeker. We haven't seen it in a long time. I mean, Sheoldred's in every black deck in half of the Rakdos decks out there. Archfiend of the Dross is kind of hit or miss. Bonehoard is starting to get all over the place. It's interesting seeing this particular mix. Let's just get to it. So who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player? It was Reckless Stormseeker. That dude was my favorite. The reason why is because every single turn you can give another creature haste. And that was what Archfiend of the Dross, Sheoldred, Bonehoard, that's what they all needed was haste, 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 haste. Reckless Stormseeker, while you could keep him out, was the guy that was hooking him up. And that was fantastic. You're cheap and you're able to haste yourself, and then you're able to go and haste out everybody that comes out after you. So good job, Reckless Stormseeker. By far, you are the MVP for this particular deck. All right, let's see. Was this deck competitive? 73%. This was a competitive deck, absolutely. I mean, I went for 4 full games with this deck as it is played right here, with no losses, and then I had my first loss. But it was very consistently a big time winner. So yeah, it was good. If anything, it was a little boring just because we're playing. It wasn't any like. I'm gonna get to the interesting stuff later on. All right, so was this deck fun? Yep, it was a good fighter. It had some good stuff at the high end. Archfiend of the Dross, Bonehoard. I mean, all those guys are fantastic at the high end. I mean, a 5/5 flying first strike, yeah, because that first strike it usually gets people in the way. You're pumping them up with like Reckless Stormseeker potentially. Sheoldred just sitting back and chilling, despite the fact that she's space awesome. Really good. I like the fact that Bonehoard and Preacher of the Schism both are putting out tokens at the same time. That's great. The Bloodtithe Harvester, that guy is so incredibly dull, but he packs so much value. So that's the problem, is that this thing felt like almost it was like a top 5 deck or something. It was so good, yet so boring, because it's like I felt like we've been playing it forever. Yet, I have not been playing this combination of it. We just seen these cards for a long, long time. I mean, it's nice that we got Bonehoard in here. He's from Ixalan. He makes everything new and interesting. And yet we got something from the very edge of standard right now. Reckless Stormseeker. Putting those two together, weird as all hell, but yet still a fantastic combination. Because, I mean, you'd get it out as a 6/5 flying first strike haste. Yeah. Totes, man. I would like that quite a bit. All right, so let's see. Was this deck interesting? That's where it kind of fell apart. So, all the cards are great, but yet we played them a billion times. This is a Rakdos deck, and it played like a Rakdos deck. It was just like the only thing that was interesting about it was just having Reckless Stormseeker and Bonehoard mixed into the mix. It's nice seeing the resurgence of Archfiend. Everybody seems to be liking it the last few days. It's getting a lot of rounds. Preacher of the Schism, also an excellent card. So, I think it's a fairly decent one. I like this deck altogether. I thought it was really good. It felt like, I don't know, normal. There wasn't anything super interesting in it. It felt like something I played a billion times before. Yet I haven't. I've just played this piecemeal with other cards for the last 3 years, right? So as far as interesting goes, I'm going to tone it down a little bit. Therefore, when we add this thing up, is it competitive? Yeah. Is it fun? Yes. Is it interesting? So I'm going to give this one just a straight A because it is incredibly worth playing. It's a great deck to play. It's just that it's not the most interesting deck in the world. All right, so there you go. It's a straight A deck. If you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun as I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.